Hi, I just wanted to walk you through a tool that I wrote for helping me pick my DraftKings DFS golf teams. I wrote this tool basically to go through all the possible combinations so that I could find the best team, because I was finding that there was just too many combinations when I was picking using the DraftKings website that I needed some assistance. So the way this works is that before I use this tool, I've gone through my Excel spreadsheet and created my list of guys, and then converted that to a CSV file. So the CSV file kind of looks like this. I've kind of itemized my favorite players, and each line consists of four things. It consists of the identity of the player, like a number, one in this case for the name of the player, Justin Rose, his salary in DraftKings, and then my value for Justin Rose. So you might have a different value for your players, but you probably will have the name and the salary the same. You may have a different value here, and you may put him down here, so he may not be 1, he may be 14. Depends on how you create your CSV file. CSV stands for comma separated variables, and so these four variables are all separated by a comma. So once you've created the one line, you just create the rest of the lines, and as you can see, I've got about 41 options. I don't necessarily use all the players in a tournament because A, I don't think they're going to win, and B, it just adds to the time it takes to do the calculations for the optimum team. So I've saved away this CSV file, and I'm going to load it in. So I use this button right here to load the CSV file, and once I've loaded it, it shows up, and it shows up with a list of players. Now, the reason that there's two rows here, two columns here, is because these, if I check on this, these players will be included in my team, and if I check on this list, these players are excluded from my team. So this is a way of kind of filtering out who you want and who you don't want, and there's other filters available as well. But what I'm going to do first is just do a very simple optimization. I'm going to just say I'm going to find how many teams I want. In this case, I want 10 teams. I'm going to be purchasing 10 teams, and I want to. There's one guy that I don't like. I'm not happy with the way Vijay Singh is playing, so I'm just going to say exclude him in my calculations, and then also exclude all the guys that are like really cheap. Like, let's exclude all the guys that are $6,400 or less, and because you know what, they might actually be not very good players, and I don't want to consider them. So all I have to do now is press the optimize button, and you'll see the progress bar go here. Now this is going to take a little while it goes through crunching this numbers. I'm running this on an i7 processor, and it can take a couple minutes, especially if you have a lot of players. You selected a, your list is longer than mine, and you haven't gone through any filtering things, because now it has to consider that even more options. So I'm going to stop talking here, and I'm going to catch you on once it's done. Okay, I'm back, and I'm just waiting for it to finish, but I suspect it's going to finish imminently, and you'll see the progress bar has disappeared now, and it took us 2 minutes to figure out our 10 optimized teams, and this value is sorted by the best teams, and that really is a value of this player plus this player plus this player plus this player plus this player, so on. And so that turns out to be the best value team of the 4 million teams that are available. Basically, excluding Vijay Singh and using 6,400 as a minimum value means that there are almost 800,000 teams still available because through this filtering. And there were over 1 million teams that were kicked out because not considered because they were over the salary cap of $50,000, and there was a salary 3 million or 2.4 million teams were excluded because of because their minimum salary was less than 6,400, and that's why we don't see anything in the inclusion exclusion, because Vijay Singh was already 64 or $6,200, so he kind of came out in this wash right here. So our best team that we want to select obviously is Jimmy Walker, Will Wilcox, Andy Sullivan, and so on and so forth. Now, what you could do is you can sort, and let's say you can sort this back upside down and so on. Maybe you can select from one of these teams because the stacks look very, very similar. It looks like that the Jimmy Walker, Will Wilcox, Andy Sullivan, and Daniel Berger stack is like the predominant stack. And you may want to like say, okay, well, I don't like Andy Sullivan, so I'm going to choose this one out of the thing. And so that would be a selection you can make. So there's lots of other filtering options, like if you are making, let's say, you want your own personal stack, you might, select Justin Rose, Jimmy Walker as your stack, and then, you include all other players. But that's basically how this DFS optimizer works. And I'm going to see if I can add some more features, and maybe I'll webify it so that people can use this over a browser rather than having to carry on a Windows utility. But this is the first iteration of this tool. So thanks for watching.